Hey guys, what is up? Chris here with Cohesive Friendship Unit. Just me today, and we don't have to wait until Facebook Connect 7, it looks like, to get news on the Oculus Quest 2. I'm just going to say right now, if you do not want to be ruined, spoiled, leaked for this reveal, leave this video now because, well, there's a lot of Oculus Quest 2 stuff that leaked, and we're going to be talking all about that. But before we get into it, we are 100 subs away from the big 3,000 sub mark. We would really appreciate it if you subscribe, and we are doing a giveaway for Cyberpunk 2077. All you have to do is be subscribed to enter that giveaway. Check out our community tab for more info. So, this is it. I mean, as if it couldn't be more real, more leaked. We've already gotten pictures of it. Now we have official marketing videos that go over the Quest 2. This is probably the absolute worst video for Facebook that could have leaked for this headset. And we basically know everything except two key details, but let's get started right back at the beginning. So the first thing that should be talked about is the upgrade in resolution. It looks like that is what's going to be driving the marketing behind this. Is the upgrade is going to be 1440 by 1600 OLED panels, two panels adding up to 3840 by 2160 pixels. That's a 4K VR headset. That is almost impossible to believe when you think of just how low the resolution of the developer kit 1 headset was. That was my first VR headset. Here we are living a 4K. This is going to be insane to look at. I mean, if you want to compare it to the Valve Index, we are talking basically above the Valve Index per pixel count in terms of resolution. That is very cool. How is that going to be powered? Well, it's going to be using Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 platform, which is kind of the big new chipset for VR and AR. It's theoretically that is able to drive 3K by 3K per eye at 90 hertz and could support 5G connectivity, but I think for the purposes of this, we're going to squeeze out that extra horsepower, squeeze out that extra battery life to drive a 4K panel with hopefully slightly better battery, but definitely a much more powerful chip than what's in the Oculus Quest 1. Speaking of added power, the Quest 2 is going to go from 4 gigs of RAM to 6 gigs of RAM, which I think is definitely needed, especially looking at video on your web browser. It could stutter or straight up freeze or crash depending on what kind of content you queued up and how long the content was, especially if you weren't using the dedicated YouTube app and you were just finding videos on your browser or something like that. It wasn't impossible to encounter memory issues, I guess, specifically on the Quest 1, so I think the extra bump will be super helpful, especially when you are theoretically going to need to worry about bigger, larger assets and stuff when you're running these games at such a high resolution. And they did confirm that there will be a 256 gigabyte variant. Basically, the two things that we don't know are the pricing of the headset at this point, and we don't know the refresh rate of the screen. Now, on the one hand, something that's a bit negative on the refresh rate of the screen is that they didn't brag about it, right? Which kind of makes me think that we are going to be stuck at 72 hertz, which was my personal most wanted upgrade. However, I mean, trading that for a basically 4K output is actually very cool, so I'm not that upset. And on the pricing, I mean, it's rumored to be $300 to $400, which that would be insane, but we still don't know for sure. That was based on a Walmart listing. And I guess the last thing that I am personally very happy about, that I will want to talk about and be very interested in, is they did not kill the Oculus Link, which I did not think they would, but I was a little worried. They did not kill it. It is still there. It's going to be interesting to see how much of that resolution can be driven over the standard cable, or if you're going to need a higher bandwidth connection to achieve higher resolutions. But these are all things that we'll have to see. Anyways, I guess we're going to know all this and more in just a couple days. So until then, that's all for me, and I will catch you next time.